So tonight we will indeed be getting maintenance for a new update on the global servers. This confirms we're getting the fix to summon satellite, healing skills that were getting halved when heavy attacking. We also will be getting compensation for the missed giant courting branches and a reschedule of the missed archbosses from last week. We also very nicely have some information on how they're going to compensate you if you upgraded multiple of the same type of legendary equipment. At least confirmed right now for the Korean server. So let's get into everything you need to know. Maintenance will begin at the usual times, with downtime at about 3.5 hours. This does bring the end to the Haunted Harvest event. However, the exchange merchant will still be there up until November the 19th. This means you should be able to take advantage of another week's restock of these chaos runes. Just make sure you have available 12 more of these dimension pumpkins. And yes, I may as well buy this. And the rest of the pumpkins either claim some cosmetics that you didn't already obtain or stellarite. But yeah, the dungeon will be gone, so spend the candy corn while you can before maintenance begins. As confirmed here, they state they fixed that issue where healing output was actually reduced by heavy attacks. Now they do not actually say whether they will be fixing heavy attacks for heal over times. They had recently made it so it was just impossible for them to heavy attack. On the Korean update notes from earlier this week, if I interpreted this correctly, it would mean they're fixing the heavy attacks on heal over times. So with any hope, we'll get both cases fixed. Just make sure to double check that still, once this patch is pushed out. In terms of the fix to the Orb Summon Satellite skill, this may very well make it so that Orb can be once again used with a lot of them in the same group. Right now, you can only have one person in the group taking advantage of Satellite Copy, which just, yes, made Crucifix not worth using more than one. Or any other orb for that matter. Even orb healers were affected, no longer being able to put Distortion Veil on everybody, at least without ruining the damage dealer's DPS. However, we will have to confirm how that fix actually works once this is implemented. Maybe it will be a simple change that allows you to overwrite somebody else's satellite copy and thus not actually being a damage improvement when you have multiple orbs in the group where everybody could take advantage of their own satellite copy, with the effect then just being based on who cast it last. So we will have to see. And then there's a simple Adventure Codex fix, along with some outfit and weapon skins not showing in the Mirror Boutique, like the ones you obtain if you purchase the Celebration Pack. I'm surprised they didn't hotfix it, as the only way you get those skins is by paying them a lot of money. And they may get people refunding if they can't even use those weapons after they buy the pack. But then they state they fixed the issue with the Archboss materials. Those of you who did Della's Noah on Tuesday may have noticed we did indeed properly get 8 through the participation rewards. It was just Cordy the previous Saturday that we didn't get any. So they state they will be giving everybody 8 non-tradable Scorched Giant Tree branches as compensation, and they will also be rescheduling missed Archboss events for all impacted regions. They don't say exactly when, but be sure to check your schedule. It'll be very likely just 2 hours earlier or later than the usual on probably Friday, because that's the day we missed. And yeah, that concludes what they state will be changing with this update. But jumping to the compensation for heroic items, at least stated from the Korean devs, we can see the amount they will be giving you. So if you upgraded, for example, a second weapon, you will get compensated back the growth stones and solent that you spent on that second one. Because again, due to the new sync system, it's utterly pointless to upgrade a second weapon or a second ring or a second arm piece here for me. I would be better off, due to the nature of the sync system, putting those extra materials in, say, a belt or a cloak if I wanted that item upgraded. That's also a reason why they wouldn't put a sync system for all accessories or all armor pieces, because if I get to this point, I would have no more need of those growth stones. And I'm sure they want you to spend it on something. So the amount they will be compensating you is not going to be the full amount you may have spent. It's still going to be a bit short. At least if you look at the average expected amount you would need to spend, which is over 260 to get to level 12, and what they would be giving you is 185. But this is at least better than nothing. We do not know when we on Global will be getting this compensation, as the global devs have only just acknowledged this through Tiku's talks yesterday, but at least for the Korean devs, they state they should get them by regular maintenance November the 12th. So with any luck, we also get it then with this update here. And do be aware, it's only if you upgraded multiple of the same heroic equipment before November the 5th, before they released the heroic sync, because nobody knew about it, and we were all led to assume that it was never going to happen due to the information the devs are giving us, simply pushing out that they would just keep introducing more ways to get that heroic upgrade materials rather than releasing sync system that everybody was requesting. So I guess they finally succumbed to all that player feedback and released the feature. They just kind of did it a little bit abruptly and just after they released the heroic pass, which felt really bad, thus all the complaining and thus the compensation. So they do at least listen to us in part, and we can get our way if we demand it enough. So once again, another special thank you to all these channel members for your extra support. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you guys around.